resources are in abundance. The same happens to people. We have in Nigeria, Nigeria, we have over how many million persons? 160, 170, 150. Now, well, okay, let's say we have between 150 to 170, right? And you are in the city of Port Harcourt. Don't limit yourself to one particular region. There are people outside the country that are in my team. I have never met them through Facebook. My Facebook generates money for me. I don't just do Facebook. No, my Facebook generates money because I talk about my business. But before you talk about your business, you need to give people value. I'm a financial intelligence coach. I'm a certified financial intelligence coach. I give people value. 99% of the persons I have in my team, I don't know them. I have not met them one-on-one. But I give people value. I was talking to somebody recently about the alarm padlock. He said, I don't know how to sell this alarm padlock. I said, see, everything that brain. If you go to Alaba market, or if you go to Rumala market to buy something, or you go to my one market to buy, let's say you want to buy a shirt, and you meet one of the guys, you say, I don't have this one, but wait, let me go to my second shop and pick it up. The guy don't get second shop. The guy they use in sense. He will just go and cut a little markup, sell to you, you smile, go home, and he too is happy because he has made his little change. So everything in life requires you apply wisdom. Now, I said to this person, you want to sell the alarm padlock? Simple. You can come to somebody. You can't just bring, if you come to me and just bring the alarm padlock, I'll buy this one. Sorry, I'm not interested. But if you bring a story around it, and tell me that, do you know that the security issues within your community, within your environment can be sorted out? It draws my curiosity. I'll say, how? Okay, you can do this. One, by checking, always ensure that your doors are properly locked. Your gate man, your security man, your driver, ensure you know them. Ensure that the people who work for you, at least they have shorties. They have their own. You are meeting a need. You are giving the person service. Then number 3, let me introduce this to you. You bring the padlock. The person will say, Haba. So because you want to sell padlock, that's why they tell me all these things. But you have drawn the person's attention. Everything in life requires strategy. And that is how I talk about my business on Facebook. I meet a need. I give financial solutions. And from there, the person will call me, please can I, because my number is open, can we talk? And we go talking. So my Facebook brings money to me. And my Facebook also enables me build my team. I'm trying to give you some motivation here. I'm trying to give you some tips. Now, those of us on the Twitter, some people like tweeting. Or you are not computer savvy. You don't know how to use the Facebook, you don't know how to use the Twitter, you don't know how to use Google Talk and all that. But you can talk to people. You go to the hair salon, what do you discuss? See, that's why you need to develop yourself. Let your goal be a solution provider. Wherever I find myself, I need to provide solution. I need to meet needs. If you are a type that meet needs, you solve problems, you will attract people to yourself. Recently, I spoke to, between last 2 weeks and last week, I have spoken to over 1,000 youth corpers. And one of the things I kept saying to them is, never you depend on white or blue collar job. Because it's scarce. For you to get job now, it depends on your network. And who are the people within your network? Who are your circle of friends? If you are the most intelligent person in your team, then you are the dullest. Look for people that are wiser than you. Look for people that are more knowledgeable than you are. Every man must have a mentor. So see yourself as a mentor to your downlines. I need to mentor these people to grow. And as you also have an upline, if your upline is not active, you have opportunity to, or rather, excuse me, you have the access to go to the next level, upper. In Port Harcourt, you can't look for leaders. Are we together? Ensure somebody is motivating you. Go out, sort for it. Sort for it like a man who desires air. Like the story Busayo told you earlier in the day. I don't know if you were here. When he mentioned a guy who needed wisdom. And he went to an old man. And the old man said to him, if you truly need wisdom, follow me. And he dipped the young man inside. He took him to the river and immersed him inside the water. The guy was struggling for air. Immediately he came out. He said, do you want to kill me? He asked him, the old man asked the young guy, when you were down inside the water, what was the single thing on your mind? He said, I needed air. And that is the same way, if you need knowledge, you should desire knowledge. So you sought for motivation. Everybody on earth needs motivation. Motivation not just coming from you to your downline, rather it should also come from down upwards. You need both the hot bath and the downward motivation. Now, we are going to the 10th napkin. Oftentimes when people come into this business, their first target is to earn. Once I just sign up, I earn my first cycle. I want to earn this, I want to earn that. No. I need us to change our perception. I need us to change our attitude. Your attitude should be building a system. Building a system that is sustainable. Building a system that will outlive me. Don't concentrate on the money. When the money starts coming, see, you will start enjoying yourself. You are building a high-rise building. The building doesn't come up overnight. Abi? You first of all dig deep. And if you want the building to go higher, what will happen? The foundation will go deeper. So spend time building the structure. Spend time developing the foundation. If you are building in a swampy area, you even spend more money. Because you need to go deeper and you will use different rods. You will spend more money building because you need to sample properly. So just assume that your team, even if you have one person, you have two people, assume you are still digging deep. The deeper, we say that your attitude determines your what? Altitude. The harder the fall, the higher the rise. If you bring a football now, I hit it small on the ground, it bounces to an extent. But the harder it falls, the higher it rises. Spend time building your team. Don't concentrate on earning. Allow the business to grow. Most businesses in Nigeria today don't survive because they want to start making money immediately they start the business. No. It takes time. Even an aircraft that takes off, first of all, the engine starts, the aircraft will taxi on the runway and get on air before cruising level. So before you get to your cruising level, you must have gone through a process. That process is what you should concentrate on. Concentrate on building a sustainable system. I'm building my son's team. When my son is going to become 12, I want to hand over to him a multi-million business. That's an inheritance. And I will teach him what I did because he will do it for his own generation. So what you are doing now should not be just yourself. My father invested money in shares in early 70s. I'm reaping from those shares today. I did not invest one kobo, but I'm eating thousands of naira from it. So what you are doing now might look so insignificant, but look at the future, look at the end. Where will Nigeria be in the next 10 years? Where will Nigeria be? Where will I be in the next 5 years? Before Nigeria turns into what they want to be. I don't know if it's going to be I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but I desire good. However, I want to be at XYZ place in the next 5 years. Write it down on the paper. Don't have it in your head. We say that the shortest pencil is better than the what? The longest memory. So once you come on board, or you are starting a new, because myself, I have a new paradigm now. I just signed up. Within the next 1 month, I'm going to restructure my team. I'm going to look out for those who have not been working. Call them up. What's your problem? Are you still interested in this business? In fact, I started that since yesterday. I called some people. Okay, they'll be coming. No, I'm at work. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll be here tomorrow. Some who don't know the address, I send the address. You spend money. You spend time. But when you are spending money and spending time, ensure you are spending it on the right people. Those who are willing to work. Are you with me? Within the first 2 months, your goal is to sponsor 5 people personally. 5 people. You are not signing up the whole Rumukalabo or Rumola or Oji. No. Sign up 5 people. 5 serious-minded persons. Work with them. Concentrate on them. Develop them. Give them tools. Give them materials. Spend your money. As long as these people are willing to work, spend your money, build the business, buy the tools for them. What are the tools? We have the reward system. We have the A2W projects, products. There are lots of CDs you can buy. There are e-books. You can go on net, Google some motivational books. There are some books you can get for free. If you can't find anyone, there are leaders within Port Harcourt you can get these books from. I give out e-books to my people. If you can read e-books, because most of my books are in soft copies, I buy the soft copies. If you can read soft copy, I'll give it to you. If you can't read soft copy, if I can lay my hand on hard copies, I'll give you. And if I have access to print anyone, I print it out, I give you. There is a book called Business of the 21st Century. I will advise everybody here, if you can lay your hands on the book, get it and read. The book was written by Robert Kiyosaki. And it talks about, see, the model which Robert Kiyosaki talked about in that book is more like Avenues to Wealth. When I've read that book over and over and over again. And every time I read it, I keep getting new ideas. You can never get what you need in a book just once. Not even twice. So get materials for your people. Develop your team. Ensure you are moving them from point A to point B. Then within the first 4 months, your goal is to duplicate yourself. I have signed up these people, and I work for them to bronze them, and also watch them work for their people. I work for this person, okay? He becomes bronze. And I work for this person to sign up his own persons. Once this person becomes bronze, I have duplicated myself. Because I'm 3 levels deep. And I do that for this man. This man becomes bronze. And I also follow up and ensure these people become bronze. I have duplicated myself here. I'm done with these 2. Now, you know that at this level, you are a silver member. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Then I move to this man. So to become gold member in Avenues to Wealth now is not difficult. Then I move to this one. I follow up. He brings his prospects. I'm not meeting his prospects in their house. No, they come out. We have a meeting point. You can meet in an eatery. You can meet at your training center. If your training center is always open, you can meet there. There are many places where you can meet. We meet there, I speak to this person, he comes on board. I do the same for this person, he comes on board. I also do that for this person. While I'm doing it for this person, I ensure that John is also with us, watching what I do. And this person comes on board. I do that for this person, I'm a gold member. Now, you follow Jane, John, Simon, Uche. I follow them up, work with them seriously to ensure that these people replicate what I have done. By the time they go this same level deep, you will have about 25 persons. You work with these 5 people. Okay, I said 4 here. So you just add 1 more person. You work with these 5 persons. Once you duplicate yourself in them, you look for another 5 persons. You duplicate your... See, what you are going in for is massive. That's when you start seeing the money. The money will start rolling in. It's amazing. It's so sweet that sometimes you just stay one early Monday morning, just check your mail and say, I've earned XYZ dollars. It's sweet. Money you didn't work for, but your team is growing. How many of us are there? Say, If you are not there, say, If you want to be there, say, We'll all get there. So within the first 6 months, your goal is to duplicate that 125 people on 3 levels. That's still building your team. And you do that again. See, your assignment is to work with your first generation. Just keep adding fire on your first 4 people. First 4 serious-minded people. Don't let them go. And ensure they are also adding fire on their first 4 serious-minded persons. As you keep doing that, you'll be surprised how your team will grow. Then within the next 1 year, that is when you go to school, nobody pay you for being in college, but you pay the school fees. Abi? Yes. And we spend about 4 or 5 years, sometimes studying a course that we'll never use. Am I right? And within the first 2 or 3 years, you do some borrowed courses that you will never use in your life. I studied engineering, and all through my life, I have never used calculus. I have never... See, it's amazing how this works. But this business requires you spend just 10 hours of your time every week. When you divide 10 hours by 7, what does it give you? Okay, let's say you don't want to work Saturday, Sunday. You just want to work Monday through Friday. You spend 10 hours a week for the 5 days. So you have 2 hours. 2 hours to develop yourself for the next 1 year. If you do that consecutively for the next 6 months, I tell you, your stories will change. That 2 hours, what I'm doing is this. I'm studying to teach my people. I'm reading this book. I need to understand this book very well because I want to teach my people. I'm learning new things because I want to teach my people. 2 hours of your time. And if you have so much time, you can increase it. I can't say I spend XYZ number of days, XYZ number of hours, but I know I spend more than 3 hours a day on this business. Because from 12 midnight to 3 a.m., I'm studying. Not to talk of the time I spend daytime. Why am I doing that? I'm doing that because my eyes are somewhere. I have a compelling force, which is my dream. I'm motivated by my dream to achieve the financial freedom I desire. If the likes of Robert Kiyosaki can retire at age 45 and Don Feiler, they can retire doing what they love through building systems, then why can't I do it? There are many great networkers who are financially free today. We read some of their books. I want my name to be on the list. Aliko Dangote, Forbes rated him as one of the 20. He's among the 25th wealthiest people in the world. Now, this man has migrated from being the richest man in Africa to become among the 25th wealthiest people in the world. He's going somewhere. And you and I are just scratching the pot. I refuse to scratch the pot. I don't know about you. But we need to add action. If you have ever come across Dangote's interview, on his table, he has a write-up which says nothing is impossible. See, when I'm talking to people, I first of all answer the questions, most likely questions they will ask me. At worst, they will say no to you. You should be able to deal with power of rejection. At worst, the person know if he beat me. I tell you, say, come join business, you say, I no do. It's not by force. Abi? What would I do? I move to another person. So never you get discouraged because you talk to 10 persons and they said no. If I want to break this wall down, not the first, second, or third hit will break it down. It's a consistent hit on this wall. Don't give up until the wall is broken. That's the same posture we should take from today. Okay, this is where I'm going to draw the curtain for this session. The next session should be coming up in the next 1 hour or less. And